Afternoon guys, James here from Sunseeker Southampton, down at the headquarters of Sunseeker in Poole today to take a look around a brand new to market Sunseeker Portofino 40, a 2013 boat called Portia. She's here behind me in the yard. Spin the camera around. Here she is. 2013 example, 2 owners from new. Always been here in the UK. Initially on the south coast and then also up on the east coast. A black gel coat hull, powered by a pair of Volvo Penta D6 330 stern drive diesel engines. She's a lovely, lovely example. We made these boats from 2012 to 2015. Around 85 hulls produced. One of the most popular boats in the range at the time. They were around £450,000 new. And now represents a great opportunity on the second-hand market. £339,000 tax paid. So absolutely wonderful. Full service history from new, which is available by request. We'll just have a walk up close here. You can see some detail of things like carbon fibre wrap here on the engine vents. Also went through across the mullions here around the side windows. Lovely black hull. See if we can pick up any imperfections in it, but I have to say it's pretty good down this side. And then coming round down the port side of the boat again, see a few swirl marks up there, so it looks like it's been recently polished. We've got a small mark up in the gel there, which would probably polish out. Few little scuffs down here, but I say very, very good for the condition you expect one of these to be in. Owners very much cared and maintained her. Obviously end of season now, so while she's been pressure washed underneath, opportunity to change the anodes and put a fresh coat of anti-foul on her prior to starting next season. As a UK boat, spec'd with separate diesel heating system as well as reverse cycle aircon, so she's usable 365 days a year. Even with our climate here, you can see the exhaust outlet here for the Eberspacher. We just come around and have a look at the drives. So we've got DPH Volvo drives, duoprop props here. Good on this side. And again, no big chunks out of the blades here. Big trim tabs on the back Bennett, hydraulic tabs. We've got underwater LED lighting there. I'm saying she's a fixed extended platform here, so this was an optional extra from the factory. Took the length up to about 42.5 feet. Just gave a little bit more working room on the deck and a nice place to store a tender. Teak laid as standard here. Again, a chemical clean would bring this back up to A1 condition again. Can't see any nasty marks in this little rub there, but on the whole generally pretty good. Covers from Flexi Covers in Poole, factory supplier. We've got a custom extended little bimini top on the aft end here, just to give a bit better. Try and come round from the side, you'll see better headroom here onto the back seat for dining. That was a custom for this owner. We've got black dummy domes up top, painted secondary VHF aerial up there to match in as well. If we just climb up on the side decks here, so you've got things like additional handrails, just making life a bit easier for walking around the side. You can see up close now the carbon fibre finish on the mullions here, all in very good condition. Some of these, if they've been out in the Mediterranean, start to suffer with UV, but say having always been here, very, very neat and tidy. Custom black roofs, so these were white vinyl as standard, so nice black finish, just ties in with those domes. And then up top we've got a single Sanshin remote spotlight, twin stainless steel trumpet horns, 24 nautical mile 4G broadband radar. And then up on the foredeck we have the option for the bow sunbathing cushions here. So this centre section is 3 cushions, and then you've got these lift up backrests to give you a nice place to sit out reading a book and what have you. There's a little couple of carbon fibre cup holders here, and we've got a a control for the stereo as well, so there's a couple of speakers up here. And then up forward, Lumar anchor winch. You see this handy storage area for fenders, warps, separated there with a separate bulkhead to put the anchor chain in. Loads of cleats, nice sort of Sunseeker names in there. So it's a great detail. These are really, really nice boats. They used to tell us the factory lost £40,000 on every one of these they made, hence why they eventually stopped production. But for us as distributors and our clients that bought them, they were an absolutely wonderful product that fits the marinas here in the UK. Great down in the Med, real timeless design and great performance. Getting about 36 knots out of the twin D6 330s. They burn around 65 litres an hour at 24 knots, so very efficient. And we come on round now into the cockpit, so we just stand here so you can take in what the boat's like with the canopies up. Say on an inclement day here in Poole, still very bright and airy. We've got these big windows in the side, and then this massive opening roof above us. So it's a soft roof, so just push the button here and you'll see this coming back. Nice thing with a soft roof obviously is a larger opening void than you would get if it was with the carbon fibre hardtop, say on some of our larger yachts. So starboard side we have the seating table here. Just take the cover off. So teak top, all in great condition. That's height adjustable on a leg here. It doesn't make a sunbed, that bit, just adjustable to make into a sort of coffee table. If you want a sunbed, here on the aft section we've got a fixed seat running across the back. This cushion lifts up and you've got storage lockers underneath that go 1, 2, and then there's another one in the corner there. And then underneath this back seat, just lift this one up, there's a big storage locker here, big void that would take a blow up dinghy, an outboard motor, life raft storage and what have you. We just drop that back down, cushion comes forward, and instant sunbed. So great for those days where you want to be out in the open, or even as an occasional bed. You can imagine underneath the canvas here we've got heating outlets up here in the cockpit as well. So very simple to transform that back into a seat. And then over on the port side we've got an optional ice maker, top loading cool box, great for not dumping all the contents of a fridge on the floor when you've been out at sea. And then we've got an electric griddle, sink, little storage cupboard. This is electric, it'll work off the shore power as well as a generator. It's got a 5 kilowatt diesel Onan generator down in the engine room. Fusion upgrade system throughout all the audio zones. So we've got speakers up here in the cockpit. We've got Fusion subwoofer, there's an additional amplifier, secondary speakers here, and of course that bow zone and down in the cabin. So it's a real high spec AV and navigation. It's literally nothing left off this options list. Very much a long-term boat owner that initially spec'd her up, and you can see how well she's been maintained. No sun fade. This is often quite a high wear area if the boat's been sat down in the southern climate, sort of 35-40 degree heat every day. And then helm seat, if we just sit here at the helm, navigation upgrade. So we went from a 9 to a 12-inch Simrad plotter here. We've got speed and depth instruments. We've got the carbon fibre dash panels here. Just come in so you can get a feel for what they look like. That was a custom option. Upgrade from the 2.5-inch to the 7-inch Volvo colour display here. Worth noting the hours while we're here. So we're 376 hours both on the starboard and the port. So with a full service history. And then down here we've got an optional bow thruster. We've got the autopilot control, remote control for the spotlight, and this nice little bank of switches. Lots of the competition this size, you see things like plastic carling switches, and upgrades with things like these push buttons. You know, every single component on this boat was built from the large yacht down, and hence why they were so expensive to produce for the factory. It's a real nice feel of quality, built by the same guys that put our 40-metre yachts together today. Then across here to my right, I've got the optional Volvo Joystick. It's about £15,000 upgrade. This it just means my throttles come back to neutral, don't need my steering wheel, and my docking then is on the joystick. So very intuitive. Pushing it sideways is engaging my drives. They can steer independently. Twist the top at the same time, the boat will rotate. It's not using the bow thruster. It's very, very clever how it works. Push it forward and then twist it like that, and it's actually giving you the ability to go forward and some steerage at the same time. Then down here we've got DSC VHF with a secondary speaker, the fire system for the engine bay. You'll note the steering wheel here is on a tilt mechanism, and then we've got, of course, the weighted Sunseeker badge in the middle here. And if we just sit here looking at the view, great visibility all the way round. So docking wise, very easy if you're bringing the boat in perhaps short-handed with just one person or maybe just one crew member. And a couple of nice little features at the helm here. The seat can be lifted up to give you a bit more room to stand, and then we have this optional drop down teak platform that just gives you sort of 3 inches of extra height. Great to stick your head up over that roof mullion if you want to get the wind in your hair. You see the windscreen demisters here linked into the diesel heating. And let's head downstairs, see what the accommodation's all about. So we did these in 2 main wood finishes. One was with a Ken Freevock figured an Negre and Wenge, which is a light and dark 2-tone, which is the standard wood. And then they had the option here for the satin black American walnut, which is what this boat has. And it's absolutely wonderful. Can't really see a mark in here to highlight to you on the camera. A little bit of sun fade here on this where it's picked up the UV through the roof above, but generally very, very good. So we have a corner galley, a couple of little marks you see in the top here, but they really don't detract from the finish overall. So there's a microwave oven up top, all the original Royal Doulton crockery in the tea set. Now we should have a set of Robert Welsh cutlery, yep, in there. Handy little storage drawers, 2-burner electric top, got a good sized sink there in the corner. There was a custom finished nice little wood panel done on the door here for the fridge. So it's a good size with a freezer compartment in the top. And then there was the bin in the bottom of this cupboard door. Lovely feature lights on the stairs here in the middle, not turned on at the moment, but they look really nice at night. Little space behind there to store extra bottles of water or perhaps a suitcase. Got extra guests on board. It's a 2-cabin plus occasional double here in the saloon. So this table drops down, you've got some sockets in the floor to give the top support, and then you can convert this into an occasional 3rd double and just lift the top over so you can see the condition of the wood there. Nice little things like the rubber bumpers here just to stop it scratching. And then up top we've got storage cupboards. There's the booster there for the TV aerial. Manuals up there for all the onboard systems. And again, nice little feature, often a cost saving on other boats, but you've got these beautiful heavy duty stainless steel Italian windows and then the fixed bonded windows as well, rather than just one or the other, or you'll see these as a much cheaper plastic design. Really nice little touch to give the feeling of quality in here. And then behind the door we've got some little shelves. That's the control for the diesel heating. We're on UK 3-pin sockets, easy enough to change those for USBs or EU 2-pin sockets if you wish. And then below we've got this nice little drinks cupboard, and above easy to find everything falling to hand. So the top side we've got the 12-volt systems, we've got the main AC side, and then Sunseeker CM8 monitoring here for things like power systems, generator control, Fusion CD DVD player which talks to the telly behind me. We've got an iPod dock there. TV obviously was over this side, so we've got a nice 32-inch Samsung TV there on the wall. Lighting throughout all the cabins here is dimmable. That's another upgrade on this particular boat. Sometimes LEDs are a little bit harsh at night, but not on here. And we come through, so guest cabin, midships, running full beam. Again, going back to those lovely big bonded windows with the big opening port light. Roll this back so you get a feel for the wood condition underneath. All looking very good. There is an option if you ever needed to for a third berth. Sometimes we get asked by owners if they've got a third kid. We can put another mattress on top here. And you've got storage below this sideboard. Again, AV system here, mirrored from what we just saw in the saloon. Great condition carpets. Can't see any marks on these. And then the beds in here, so this is a sliding system, so the forward bed slides across to make a double. These are the cushions up for the bow. Pull one of these down so you can get a feel for the condition. So they're all looking pretty good. They're done in a sort of silver colour Silvertex. Nice sort of orange hue on the leather here around the bed, little stainless steel inlaid detailing here. TV up on the wall there. Good size wardrobe, little drawer in the bottom there. There's storage in the end of this bed, saying it slides across, so you maintain the sort of sideboard once the bed's across. Nice little handy sideboard in the corner there, another little feature that worked well. Coming back through here, so just looking at that carpet, nothing overly concerning. Just move the heaters that have been put in for the winter to show you underneath the floors. So we've got a holding tank as standard, which has got that diverter system in there, aircon chillers sat underneath the seat, so we've got intakes and outlets for seacocks, macerator pump for the black water tank. Again with these nice little stainless steel inlaid floor hatches, so very easy to lift those up. And then we come forward into the master cabin, so we're island double bed, centre line on the boat, again with that nice orange hued leather. Got a vanity unit, we've got cupboards up top here, running all the way around the bed just to give you some more storage. Again, same the other side. Good size wardrobe with lighting inside. So diesel heating running throughout all these cabins, as well as the reverse cycle aircon panels which are up by the bed there. Second wardrobe here, say storage really good on these. There's another locker under the bed for sort of more long-term spare bedding. We've got another TV on the wall, and then a Jack and Jill arrangement into the bathroom. So in here through from the master itself, Dometic electric flush freshwater toilet. We've got a good sized shower stall, so you haven't got to dry out that compartment every time you use the shower. All presenting really nicely. There's a bit of storage up here in these mirrored cupboards. If we just head back up, we'll pop the hatch to have a look in the engine bay. So hidden in the cupboard here. Just open this in real time so you can see it's on a big electric ram, so it just takes about 30 seconds to get it up to fully open, which you can obviously do with the canopies in place, so no problem for doing your maintenance checks when the weather's not quite so good. So we just have a look down in here. Say there's your generator. Loads of space down here. So if you've got folding bikes and spare paddleboard bags and what have you, there's a big storage area here forward. Owner's obviously got some engine spares or something in the box here. Hot water clarifier tank over here. But you can see it's all easy to get to. Say full main dealer service history from new. Presenting really nicely down there. You can tell the owners really cared about the boats. Say nice big ram on that, so easy to wind that up and down even if you've got that back locker full of tenders and what have you. You can see now we're inside just that how that extended bimini top works on that aft canopy, just to give you a bit more practical headroom when you're sat on the back seat here. So if I sit down here, you can very much feel that there's loads of headroom above me here, which isn't so obvious on the original design, which came straight back off the top of the roof. So there you have it. I say she's here at the headquarters of Sunseeker in Poole, available to view 7 days a week. Literally gone on the market the last 48 hours. Got to be really quick with one of these, so they don't tend to hang around for very long. Finding a black hole, a walnut, joystick, all the navigation and AV equipment, it really is something special to get our hands on one of these. Certainly end of the season, it's a chance for somebody to do their own little bits and pieces over the winter and have her on the water ready for 2021 season. So if you'd like to know any more, say it's James Lumley from Sunseeker Southampton, mobiles +44 7747 686 587, or drop me an email to james@sunseekersouthampton.com. I can talk to you through the specs on this one or anything else in the range that you think might be more appropriate if you're looking for something perhaps a little bit larger or newer. So please get in touch. Hope you've enjoyed the tour. We look forward to hearing from you.